Hi, welcome to the first episode of Backtrack Banter, a show where I interview the most influential people from the past. Today, we're going to the dawn of U.S. history and interviewing people like King George II, George Washington, and others. Jamestown was the first successful U.S. colony, but it wasn't always like that. I sat down with one of the investors of Jamestown to get an inside scoop of what actually happened. Hello, Sir Gates. Let's just hop right in. Why did you start Jamestown?
My buddies and I started it to make a quick buck. My part of the job was to provide food and resources to those in the first winter, since that was when most settlements failed.
And if you don't mind me asking, why do you think it failed?
Jamestown's failure was because of a shortage of food. It got so bad to the point where they were willing to eat almost anything, which we can skip over the specifics of.
Interesting.
Jamestown did end up working eventually, thanks to the tobacco industry.
It is now 1765. King George III is king. However, the next thing he does will cause America to hate him.
Do you have any idea why the colonists hate you? It's because I was funding 10,000 of the British troops.
And where did that funding come from?
Oh, I passed a law that required the colonists to pay a tax on various forms of pieces of paper. No one seemed to like that, but I was doing it for the people.
And what did you do to fix the problem?
Problem being that the colonists were making a big deal of everything.
Sure.
I repealed it a year later.
Isaac Barre was one of the representatives of the colonists, and he actually stood up to what King George was doing.
Simple question. Do you like King George? Of course not. He taxed us with no representation.
And what do you think about the Stamp Act?
2 million people were not represented. The Stamp Act also made it to where there was no foreign resources being exchanged with other countries.
Finally, George Washington. The man needs no introduction. Today, I sat down with him and asked him why he became president and what he warns for America in the future.
So, why did you want to become president? I was the commander-in-chief. Then, the second I got back home, America needed a leader. They wanted me to be president. But at the start, I didn't want to. But eventually, I did give in. Then, after you left, you gave some warnings for America. I did. I cautioned to steer against permanent alliances.
Cool.